Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day's off to a wonderful start. Today, I want to talk about something that Starbucks is doing that really struck me as a parallel to some of the technology companies like Open Door and others that we're seeing come into the real estate space. Back in 2019, Starbucks launched this initiative to have these mobile only, pickup only stores. No seats, no sense of community, no warmth, no fireplace, just a place that the Gen Z generation or the younger generation, what they perceived as wanting these just kind of quick, let me get what I need and go type stores. Fast forward here 6 years, we're in 2025, and Starbucks is shutting that experiment down. The reason is that they determined, and it seems like obvious now, that having no soul doesn't stick. That's not appealing. That isn't what Starbucks set out to be as a company. That wasn't part of their identity. So these stores, they were more efficient, they were more cost effective in a lot of ways, but it wasn't true to who Starbucks was as a company. They wanted to have people come in with a sense of community. In fact, now they're spending $500 million to redo these locations to create more warmth, to get people to stay, to get people to connect. In fact, here's what the CEO said. He said, those stores were overly transactional. What Starbucks really needs is more warmth and connection. And so the parallel here is that as these technology companies enter into real estate, and even as some of the existing players really double down on technology to create, really fast transactions, the belief is that the consumer just wants things done instantly. Here's your offer in 3 minutes to your inbox. But what I would argue is that people, yes, they want things done quickly, but they want human connection as well. They want expert professional guidance that they trust. They would like to have a local expert providing that information and creating that trusting environment. They do want things done quickly. So as agents, we need to be able to say, okay, yes, we can get your home sold quickly. If getting a fast offer is more important than maximizing your equity, absolutely, let me reach into my network and we can make that happen. So you need to be prepared to act quickly. You need to communicate clearly and quickly, all the things they're looking for. But as I've stressed over and over again, the thing that agents have and what agents can do that these large companies can't do with their billboards and radio ads and websites, the thing that they can't do is wrap their arms around the human beings in your network. You can. You can be present. You can connect with those people in a way that these giant companies spending hundreds of millions of dollars cannot. But it only works if you actually do it. You've got to stay engaged day in and day out with your database. Your job every day when you wake up is to nurture those relationships and make sure they know you are the go-to real estate source. You have such a better opportunity that is much more efficient, less expensive to build trust within your network than any of these big companies spending hundreds of millions of dollars. But if you do nothing, if you are not waking up every day and understanding that your job is to nurture those relationships and stay in front of those people in your network as the trusted real estate expert, well, that's when the door is opened for the company spending all of these millions of dollars to create some awareness within the people in your network because you've let them stray. So remember, your job every day, think about how do I connect with the people in my network? How do I stay in front of them? How do I demonstrate expertise? There's no one right or wrong answer. I've shared countless times how I communicated with my database using direct mail. So they were seeing me in their inbox, their mailbox, at least every 2 weeks. Maybe that's not for you, but you've got to find your way to wrap your arms around your people. That's how you protect them from all of the money and technology that's coming into our industry from people who don't care about the consumer. They only care about making money. you can actually care about the human beings involved. So hopefully you'll take this to heart, this parallel from Starbucks, and we're going back to an environment where we want to have these human connections and how meaningful it can be if you're the one driving that bus. So if you have questions or want to talk about it, as always, I'm just a phone call away. And until next time, take care.